Hey, howdy, it's me, Manny Kumar, coming to you from the bunker system located underneath the Art Bella found somewhere in the jungles of the Midwest. I think it's been at least 2 weeks. I'm coming to you with a stack of records I've managed to collect, somehow managed to collect over the last 2 weeks. Alright, might be a long video today, unlike all my other videos. Long, because I'm just relaxing. I'm tired. That's right. I'm not 62. I'll be 62 in December, and I'm proud to admit that I haven't actually managed to do any work that I could be paid for in the past year. I started to fall apart when I was 61. That's when the shoulder gave way, and so I couldn't really do anything. And then it was May, and then the shoulder surgery, and I'm still kind of recovering from that. So, 91 degrees out right now. Tomorrow will be in the 70s. Front's going to move through. It's a hot end to the summer. And what was I talking about? Oh, retiring. And I signed up. I went and signed up. I figured, why wait? Why not take my $1.58 a month out of Social Security? When I'm 62, then wait until I'm 65 or whatever, so I can get $2.56 a month. Might as well just take what I can get now. So I went and signed up, but that doesn't mean you click the button. Like, actually go ahead, you just sign up. Like, why they don't? They know you're there. Why do you got to sign up? I don't know. Anyway, I did. It's always been like that. If there's money on the table, I'm taking it and figuring out what I'm going to do next later. Oh man, I forgot to take the price tag off of this one. I'm sweating quite a bit. I went outside today, but even though I'm almost 62, I said that, didn't I? I decided I was going to go down one more time. I've got the hillside, which is a 45-degree angle, and every time I get on it, each time I get on it now, it's like, literally I think that the angle's gotten steeper. To do the weed whacking, you know, it's like over 100 feet long and 30 feet deep. Years ago, over 20 in fact, I chopped all the roots out of it and planted grass seed. So I've been weed whacking it. It's been a whole process of trying to figure out how to stand up and not fall down. I finally, just a couple of years ago, discovered, I thought in my head, like, football cleats. So I went through softball cleats and a couple of kinds of football cleats until I found a pair of shoes that work pretty good and don't leave my feet covered in welts and blisters. So, but below that horrible part is bushes and trees is just too much to add into the weed whacking. So every 3 years I got to go down with a chainsaw, the small handheld trim saw, and cut brush. It's extremely dangerous and dirty and horrible. The first couple times I did it, first time I did it, I was just lucky. The second time I did it, your safety glasses steam up and you're sweating and you're tired and you're not paying attention. And I didn't have the technique down, and the trees fall on top of one another and there's a lot of pressure on the branches, right? So I cut one low and the thing swung up and hit me like a baseball bat in the head. Wow, almost knocked me out. Right in the eye. Fortunately, the glasses I had on were like a soft safety glass, and they absorbed the blow pretty good, but that was a wake-up call. So this time around, then I learned how to cut a pie, relieve the tension, and then cut low. So I've been doing that, and I've been lucky this time around. Another thing you got to worry about with the bigger trees, some bigger trees, is kickback. You don't have to worry about them. The bigger trees you just cut at the bottom, but sometimes they kick back because of the vines and everything. And there's broken glass all over the place. Why? Because back in the day, people were like, what's trash pickup? We just throw everything over the hillside. They didn't have that. So there was a burn pit, and broken bottles keep coming up, and there's bottles and metal, and You know, take the chainsaw and hit it like a wire fence or something, like piece of fence, like, geez. It's great. Okay, so that's what I did today. Weed whacked and did that. So then I haven't calmed, my body hasn't calmed down yet. Calm down, body. Enough to really make myself presentable here. But I just wanted to go ahead and do this before my second beer kicked in. End of the summer beer. So the other thing I did was, over my whole life, it's just like I gotta find the perfect vintage this or that, and everything had to be bizarre and different, whatever. And so I'm just thinking, you know, I don't know if I'm. Sometimes I want to lay down on the back porch and I got a couple nice benches I put together from benches that were going in the trash. They're teak benches, probably purchased at Pier 1, and they're pretty nice benches, and they hold up the weather really nice, but they've come completely unglued and apart, and I got them in a pile, and I put them back together again, and bought a cushion for them. They've been very nice, and they look good. But you can't lie down on them. So instead of spending another 5 years of my life, should I live that long, looking for a vintage bench, lounger, I just bought one on Amazon, yay, along with a cushion. And it came and it's woven with some kind of plastic weave to make it look like a wicker, but it's super comfortable with the it's flat and it's got a back that it's well made. And so I've been struggling trying to do other things, and you know, when you could just go, but before Amazon, it must have been the struggle. But anyway, starting to ramble, right? So did anything else happen? I'm not making a list, so I don't really know. Anyway, well, I might as well just say, you know, if anybody out there is suffering from migraines, like my wife, it's been a struggle, to say the least. That's just, you can't even explain it. But emergency rooms and most neurologists are worthless when it comes to understanding migraines. Chronic migraine sufferers, migraines, cluster headaches and stuff like that, they just treat you like a drug addict, basically. And neurologists want to do the regular thing that they've read in the book, and they really don't understand it. So, just when we're at the end of our rope, a neurologist comes into our network who's a migraine specialist and a migraine sufferer herself. And the FDA just released a new drug in May, which is the first designed specifically for migraine sufferers before all the other drugs like Imitrex and everything else, blood pressure medicines and all that, which are not effective with my wife, and or even caused rebound, even worse headaches, were designed for some other use initially. So anyway, with that new drug, very expensive, but unfortunately it looks like insurance is taking care of it. And there's a nasal spray which we hadn't tried before, Migranol. And, well, it's just, there's still migraines, and there have been a couple, but, man, it's been so much better around here. So, new lease on life. That's why I'm so cheerful today. It's a new lease on life. There you go. Okay, let's go right to the records. Why does it have a giant C on it? It's on the shrink, I think. I picked this up. I don't think I have it. Was I going to call this Barracuda? It's not Barracuda. Sometimes I say that and I go upstairs and I look at the videos like, oh, what were you looking at? This is on Barracuda. Once again, you should just held it up and say, look at that. This is what it is. Walter Wanderley, he was an excellent, he's my favorite. Not that I study them intently, but when I hear organ music and I think of Space Age, I think of Walter Wanderley being the top of the heap when it comes to organ players during this period. Now, he was young and brilliant and also an alcoholic. I think he died early on from complications, I think, from alcoholism. But he made a lot of really good Space Age albums, and I assumed that this will be another one of them. Also, another one of my favorites, Mundo Ross. Mundo Ross, this time along with Cantarina Valente. There's photographs of them on the back. A lot of good tunes on this. She's a vocalist. He is a Latin orchestra leader and one of my favorites. And he also sings. I don't know if he'll sing on this. I keep bringing that up, but every time he's like, many albums of his will be like one track on each side where he sings. It's just, he just has a really interesting sounding voice. But mostly conducting, arranging, composing, conducting instrumentals. It's strings and stereo. Domenico Savino and his symphonic strings. In the Orient, Granada, Autumn Intermezzo, Ecstasy, Norwegian Dance 2. There's a lot of great tunes on this album. From the thrift store where I stopped yesterday, it's a sealed copy of Barbara and Bill Markham, which I probably already have. But I don't know, it's sealed. And it's local, on Joel, picked it up. Might be good. I don't have this, Cinema Soundstage Orchestra, a very clean copy of Award Hits. Just cheap 101 string knockoff, but it's a fun cover and it's a clean copy. The percussion album, tribute to Glenn Miller, featuring the Frankie Cap Percussion Group. Super budget. Kimberly Records. I don't know if they've ever got anything on a group. It doesn't. It's the same people that put out like Pickwick or something. Well, there's a list of the musicians on here, so Frankie Cap, Emil Richards, and Mel Lewis are listed as percussionists. Could be good. A covers album played and sung just like the originals. It's Super Hits. It's a series of records. I don't have that one. It's fun to pick that one up. I can't date this one. It has to be in the 70s, probably 72. Don't know. And I don't know who the Okayasons are. But they... Girl Watcher. I don't know. Picked it up, $1. Peggy Lee. Clean looking copy of Jump for Joy, Peggy Lee. She's one of my favorites. Tops and Pops, Today Jukebox Parade of Hits. Budget, Bravo Records out of Freeport, Louisiana? Yeah. Where? I don't know. Anyway, stock cover. Yeah. And Buddy Rich, the drummer, right? Well, in this case, he thinks that he can sing. I think I can sing, so I'm going to make my own record on Mercury. Play the drums and sing. It'll be interesting. Nancy Wilson, Naturally. Nice clean copy. Arranged and conducted by Billy May. Teen Beat Discotheque, probably already have this. Living Guitars. I may not have the stereo copy though. And I'll probably have 3 or 4 copies of this. But for $1, picked it up again, just in case. Pretty clean copy. Eddie and Joe, here's this duo. I don't think I have one of this album yet. And maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. They made a lot of records. I don't know. I might be thinking of another duo that I really like. Not sure. Alright, this looked like fun. Voices and Orchestra of Al Berman from England. Go, Go Together. If you just see one go, the word one go, then you know it's like kind of like, eh. But if you put 2 goes together, that means there could be a lot of fun on here. There's a ton of like 2.5 minute, 2-minute songs. Wow. I don't know. Crazy Man. Think Young, it's Camerata. Oh, that can't be right. Can it? Featuring Tootie's trombones. Tootie, I think, was a female trombonist. Probably not. What's New Pussycat? I know I got this one, but I wasn't sure if I had a nice clean cover. This one's okay. Ike Cole, the brother of Nat King Cole, just in case you don't know. Then I can't afford Nat King Cole's records, so I'm going to buy Ike's records. This is a fun find for $1. It's a cheesy spy secret agent cover. Wilson Lewis Trio theme from our man Flint, etc., diplomat budget. Nice. The Ames Brother, Blend That Beat. It's a curious cover. The drum set is horribly pixelated. I'm not exactly sure what they were thinking here back in the day when they put this together, because this is before pixelation. Maybe somebody developed a technique and thought it looked cool, but it was before computers and people were worried about pixelation, fuzziness from blowing up images, but not, anyway, don't know. Picked it up. It's like the first Ames Brother albums I've ever found. Piano in the Night. The pianos are Tony Osborne. Another copy of this. Why? Because it was $1. And the same with this, just in case. Clean cover. I've already got a copy of that. Hawaiian Calling. I'm not sure. This is not the Hawaiian Calling group. It's Hawaiian Calling with the Polynesians on Crown. Nice cover. And last but not least, 78s, which I don't normally buy. But these are really clean 78 sets that weren't broken and were reasonably priced and have terrific art covers. And they're Latin, so congas and rumbas. Cuban Boys. Anyway, Latin rumbas. And last but not least, it's Cubana Rhythms by Arturos. Jungle Drums, Miserly, Lady in Red, Taboo. Probably feature something of this. Terrific set with great art on the cover. Very happy to find that. So, thanks for stopping by, and just treat today like it was a Friday, like I am. Even though I went over the hillside and beat myself up, I skipped yoga this morning. Something I don't normally do. It's just like, yeah. So much to do. This light I stuck on the side of my house with the motion sensor on it, and the spring is dead already. I gotta put the, so I started with that and then moved over the hillside. But there's so many things to do around here. And my window, as I get older, as I reach retirement age, I'm retired now, or will be shortly. It's just the window for doing things during the day, home chores, is just narrowing. It's just, it used to be a 12-hour day. And now it's like, oh, maybe I could squeeze something in this hour I've got for a window to actually do something that benefits the house. Like, oh man. Anyway, so I've done that today, and now I'm just goofing off. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. I hope everything's pretty good for y'all. There you go. Yeah, you were actually cheerful. Yeah, that's unusual.
Todo mi ser. Oh, Misilu del oriente, la flor eres tú. Tu mirar es destello de inspiración. Mi corazón, cuánto dolor, si es que ingrata tú niegas mi amor. Quiero nunca vengarme de tu traición. ba ba da ba di be ba da ba di ba da ba ba. I ba da da ha ba di ba di da.